Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, welcome to the Robert Sports Show. I'm your host, Robert. Alright, NASCAR Xfinity Series, Cabo Wabo 250, tomorrow at Michigan International Raceway, there in Lansing, Michigan. Yeah, we are back for Xfinity race, first one in like 4 weeks, 3 weeks, whatever it's been. Riley Herbst won the last one there at Indianapolis. So we have 250 miles, 125 laps. The weather does look iffy, so there is double hitter on Monday. So we'll see what happens with the ARCA race to get in tonight. So 125 laps, 3 stages, 30, 30, and 65. 4 sets of tires, fuel window, 45 to 50 laps. Obviously cautions can play a factor. If we do get weather and we start this race late, we do have no lights in Michigan, so then the sunset comes into play in a factor. Actually, Bob Pocker's put out, because we know the new rule is they will announce ahead of time what the actual time would be. They can't race past X time. So there's a 65% chance of rain tomorrow. That's not good. And a 75% chance on Sunday and a 1% chance on Monday. So yeah, that's not looking great. Let's see. That's on Bob Pocker's page and see if they had the time. If you had the times on here. Here we go. So it takes between 90 and 120 minutes to drive the track. So you're looking at about an hour and a half, 2 hours to drive the track. Sundown is at 8:32 Eastern time. So Xfinity would need to start by 6 p.m. Eastern time to get the entire race in before sunset, which my guess is 8:32 Eastern time is when the sun goes down. I would guess 8:20 would probably be the cut time. We did see that at Chicago where they announced ahead of time, hey, we're not racing past this time. So once we get to that time, the next time they cross the start-finish line, and then after that we have 2 to go. So if I remember the way they worded that. So we'll see if that comes into play. The last 11 Xfinity races at Michigan, 6 Toyota wins, 5 Chevrolet wins. We know this is in Ford and Chevrolet's backyard there in Detroit, right outside Detroit. So they want to win here more than anything. Ford hasn't won an Xfinity race at Michigan since 2011. Joe Gibbs Racing has gone back to back. So with Ty Gibbs and John Hunter Nemechek. And we know based on qualifying today, those Toyota out of Joe Gibbs Racing are pretty strong. Let's go ahead and pull that qualifying up here. Line up. So we got Toyota's qualified, Sheldon Creed on the pole, Taylor Gray third, Chandler Smith fifth. Of course, they're flanked in between those with 2 fast Fords. They're from Stuart Haas Racing. And then another Ford in 7th, Toyota 11th. And then the last Toyota is Jeffrey Earnhardt, and he is in 17th in the same Hunt Racing. We do find out tomorrow morning who the 2 drivers for the Haas Factory Xfinity team will be for next year. I know there's been a lot of speculation. Sheldon Creed. God, I hope not. Yeah, but Haley Deegan's one of the speculations. Some are saying yes, some are saying no. We'll definitely see tomorrow. All right, so if you look at Michigan International Raceway, California, Michigan, both 2-mile tracks. Similar, not alike. California was a little bit wider. Michigan's a little bit faster. And then Kansas, some say it's kind of a small Michigan. So I can see some translation there. So in the site that I go to, talk about similar tracks, Kansas, California, and Michigan. Noah Gragson, average finish 2.0 with a win. Now, those are obviously Junior Motorsports stats, not including, that's not what he's been doing here recently. We know he's driving part of the number 30, I think whoever the owner of that car is. I know they got an alliance with RSS. Let's see, where is it at here? Thought he was there, maybe. when I saw the entry list, he was on the entry list. Oh, there he is. Rhett Jones Racing, number 30, qualified 12th. John Hunter Nemechek, average running position in the last. Now, this is the last 2 years, the last 6 races at these 3 tracks. John Hunter 5.5 with 3 wins, excuse me. AJ Allmendinger 6.6. We did find out he's going back to Cup next year. Parker Clearman 7.3. Justin Allgaier 7.83 average finish. Austin Hill 11.0. Riley Herbst 11.66. Brendan Jones 13.16. Parker Retzlaff 13.33. Sam Mayer 15.33. Just the last 2 Michigan races of 2022 and 2023. Noah Gragson average finish 3.0. Brandon Jones 3.5. The Dinger AJ Allmendinger 7.0. Riley Herbst 7.5. Parker Clearman 8.0. Justin Allgaier 8.0. Austin Hill 8.0. Parker Retzlaff 9.0. John Hunter 10.0 and a win. He had a bad finish on the other race, so that's kind of a weird average because with that win, and Sheldon Creed 11.5. Now in those last 2 Michigan races, average running position, Noah Gragson 4.22, again that's in General Motorsports Equipment. AJ Allmendinger 5.04, Justin Allgaier 6.86, Brandon Jones 7.26, Cole Custer 7.45, Austin Hill 7.5, Riley Herbst 7.86, Chandler Smith 10.58, John Hunter 11.47, and Sheldon Creed 12.38. Qualifying was Sheldon Creed, Riley Herbst, Tyler Gray, Cole Custer, Chandler Smith, Brandon Jones, Ryan Sieg, Carson Quapple, Jesse Love is 9th, and John Hunter 10th. Notables outside of that, AJ Allmendinger 13th, Justin Allgaier 16th, Austin Hill 20th, which is kind of shocking. They typically run well on these kind of tracks. Shane Van Gisbergen in 23rd, his first time at Michigan. Josh Williams 29th. And then, yep, that looks like that is it. All right, we have 6 races to go in the regular season for Xfinity Series. So after 20 races, we got Cole Custer with a win, Justin Allgaier with a win, Austin Hill 2 wins, Chandler Smith 2 wins, Riley Herbst a win, Jesse Love a win, Sam Mayer with 2 wins, and Shane Van Gisbergen with 3 wins, all locked into the playoffs. AJ Allmendinger plus 102. As a college racing AJ Allmendinger fan, I'm not comfortable with that at all. That's basically 2 races, or a little over 1 race, almost 2 races, because you can get the max of 120 points in 2 races if you win both stages and win the race. Sheldon Creed plus 69, Parker Clearman plus 46, Ryan Sieg plus 3, Sammy Smith minus 3. As we've seen in Cup, we've seen Ross Chastain's lead over the cut line evaporate. Now he's negative. We've seen Bubba Wallace, 80 back and come back up. So a lot can happen in these 6 races. Right now, Brandon Jones minus 69. Again, a win from one of these guys just changes that cut line. Anthony Alfredo minus 114. Brendan Poole minus 157. Parker Retzlaff 193. And Josh Williams minus 201. Now we know, like I said, we found out that AJ Allmendinger will be in the Cup Series for Kaulig next year. My prediction is going to be AJ Allmendinger in 1 Kaulig Cup car, Shane Van Gisbergen in the other Kaulig Cup car. The Xfinity will have Christian Eckes, Josh Williams, Daniel Dye. So I can see that as the Xfinity lineup, and then having the 4th car for some stuff for SVG and some stuff for AJ Allmendinger. The 4 picks to win the Cabo Wabo 250 at Michigan is going to be, I have to go with those fast forwards qualified in 2nd and 4th with Riley Herbst and Cole Custer. John Hunter Nemechek, he's won here before, he knows how to win here, and then Chandler Smith. I'm just not confident enough in Sheldon Creed to pick him as a winner, because he's never won an Xfinity car. I know there's talk of him being one of the Haas factory team drivers. That would be 3 teams in 3 years. He's excused last year that it's the team that he couldn't win because of the team. What's his excuse going to be this year? What's his excuse going to be next year when he doesn't win? He is not an Xfinity winning driver in my opinion. Again, we haven't seen it. His teammates have all won. He hasn't. So We'll see what happens. Maybe I'm wrong. But I don't think I am. So Riley Harris, Cole Custer, Jonathan Nemechek, and Chandler Smith are the 4 picks to win the Cabo Wabo 250. 15-5 on Xfinity picks in 2024. 6-17 in the Cup Series. Darn it, Austin Dillon, because I had Denny Hamlin and Joe Logano as my picks, and he wiped them both out. And then Truck Series, I'm 10-6 on the season. As always, thanks for watching Robert Sports Show. Don't just have a great day. Have a terrific day. Robert Sports Show, your YouTube leader, sports content.